Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So, the pandemic was a really tough time for many of us adults. Not just the adults, but also the children. Many of them felt down, lower energy, less mental focus, but also experienced weight gain. On average, children between the ages of 5 to 11 gained 5 or more pounds of weight during the pandemic. In today's video, I want to give you some fun and healthy tips to help our little ones feel better, have more energy, and lower their waistline to help prevent health issues like diabetes and others that we don't want our kids to have to deal with. In implementing these healthier habits, we want to make sure that it's fun and exciting for our little ones. That way it doesn't become a tedious task to where they're not wanting to focus on healthier eating or healthy activities. One great way of helping our kids be more active, move more, is to implement interactive video games or to go outside and play for 15 to 20 minutes. So I really love the idea of interactive video games. This could be a game where they're playing golf, bowling, tennis, dance, where they're just moving for those 15 to 20 minutes, but the fun part is they don't realize that they're exercising. They're just kids having fun, playing a video game. So this is a great way to implement that physical activity to where they don't notice it's exercising. When it comes to meals and feeding time, it's so easy to just feed our kids 3 big meals and be done for the day. But to help them develop better habits, curb their appetite, and sustain their blood sugar levels, we actually want to try to implement 3 healthy meals with 2 snacks in between. What's nice about this is they're not going to be full and sluggish all day because they've had 3 meals that are too big for them. Or, before bedtime, they're eating because they have not had enough calories throughout the day. So if we can get 3 small meals in, we're regulating their blood sugar, we're keeping them satisfied longer, but then by adding in those 2 smaller meals, which can be snacks like veggies, fruit, nuts, we're continuing that process to where when nighttime comes around, they're not going to be so hungry and wanting to eat a big meal or a big snack right before bedtime. As parents, we love our children, and when they do something great, we want to make the biggest deal out of it, especially to help them keep those good habits going. But a lot of us will, and I'm guilty of this, will reward them with a meal, a snack, a treat. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but those rewards can add up. So if every time they get an A on their spelling test, they score a goal in soccer, we are giving them a sundae, a bag of sour candy, or taking them out for pizza, what happens is those calories add up. Not just the calories for our little ones, but also the habit of going to those foods for a reward. So the bad thing about that is that can go into our adulthood from childhood. So instead of rewarding our little ones with sweets, treats, or food, let's reward them with an experience. With doing this, we're now implementing healthy habits and teaching them to go towards experiences instead of just food where the calories build and add up. And on that same note, what we want to try to do as parents, as the adult, is try to limit the sweets, the snacks, and try to implement more fruits and veggies. If we have more of these supplied in the house, in the pantry, in the refrigerator, when our kids do go for those healthy snacks, they're more inclined to see what's in abundance. So if we have more fruits in the refrigerator, on the counter, our kids are more prone or likely to go to that as a healthy snack. Now, on the opposite side, if our pantry is full of little snack packs with chips, cookies, candy, well, of course, as an adult, I'm going to go straight to those because they're there, they're visible, they're at my eye level. Well, our children are going to do the same thing. So as a really good tip to all of you parents out there, let's try to do more of the fruits and the veggies versus the other things that have preservatives, high calories, high sugar, that are just not good for our little ones. Same with candy. We want to try to limit sugary drinks. The crazy part here is drinking an apple juice, drinking an orange juice. is almost the same as having that little snack pack with candy. It doesn't have very many health benefits. A lot of those ingredients have preservatives, fructose, just sugars that aren't going to be healthy for our kids. They'll cause inflammation. They'll cause weight gain from an accumulation of calories. So if we can, try to do more of the lower calorie substitutes or more water. A natural source of healthy water is going to be so good. And we're also going to teach our kids that healthy habit to reach straight for water versus a sugary drink. In addition to that, the great part about this is if our kids are moving, running, jumping a little bit more, the water's going to help them stay better hydrated and prevent headaches, which are very common in little kids who do eat a lot of sugary candies, snacks, high sodium, and don't drink enough water. An interesting fact, 1/12 ounce of soda juice has more sugar than we should take in a day. And here's the crazy part. Sometimes, because we're in a rush, a hurry, we don't have time to plan, that is something that our kids are prone to going for. So that's where we want to get those drinks out and implement more water. We want to do our best to try to limit TV time to 1 to 2 hours per day. Yes, I know sometimes it's so much easier to plug the kids in front of the TV, go to your desk, finish your work, clean the kitchen, clean your room, or just spend quality time with yourself. But we don't want that to go beyond 1 to 2 hours per day. You know, what they're watching will saturate their minds. Not only that, our kids aren't being as physically active because they may be sitting in front of the TV for a few hours a day. So if we can try to pull them away from that and go back to physical activity, trying to incorporate those 15 to 20 minutes a day of moving around, dancing, jumping, trampoline time, this is going to be so much healthier for them and their little minds and physical bodies. On that same note, while they're plugged in front of that TV, we also want to try to limit the snacks that they're eating or the food that they're eating. Again, as adults, it's so easy for us to sit in front of a TV, watch Netflix, but eat more than we were supposed to because we're so in tune with what we're watching on TV. We don't notice the calories that we're consuming or that we just finished that full tub of ice cream when we were just supposed to have a few tablespoons. It's so easy for your mind to get sucked into what you're watching and not pay attention. Well, if it's that easy for us adults, it's only easier for our children. So we want to try to limit them sitting down in front of the TV and just snacking mindlessly or eating a meal in front of the TV. Instead, let's pull them away for a little bit, shut off that TV for a few minutes, have them sit down. This is a great opportunity for us to check in with them, see how their day is going while they're having that healthy snack that we've prepared for them. As you're seeing, a lot of these tips correlate to our children having healthy bodies, focusing on not having weight gain, but instead losing or maintaining a good weight. But one that's going to be very detrimental to their health is going to be good sleep. So kids do need a little more sleep than the adults need. On average for kids, we want to try to shoot between 9 to 11 hours for children. This is going to help their bodies recover, their minds recover. That good sleep is going to help them wake up, have good positive energy, mental focus, but it's also going to help with their food habits. They won't be so hungry throughout the day. They'll have better energy levels. So if we can try to focus on reducing TV time, tablet time, phone time, 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, that's going to be ideal for them so that they could get that REM sleep as well, which is just as important for our little ones as it is for the adults. And the last point that's going to bring everything together is to work together as a family / lead by example. So one thing that we try to do in our household is if there's a rule for the kids, the adults try to implement that by example. So when it comes to eating healthier, we really try to show how to eat more fruits and veggies, lower processed foods, less fried food. When our kids are watching what we're eating, they're taking a lot of that in. It's actually more valuable to show them versus just telling them, you should eat healthier, let's try to eat this. It's going to saturate their minds more if they can see us showing that behavior. So, in addition to that, sleeping time. Like I said, we try to shut off all electronics 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. Same thing, the adults are doing that as well. So, it's not just something that we're asking the kids to do, but we're doing it as well, showing them and implementing that.